Hi, I'm Sean. A warm welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into a beautiful and exciting transit. Venus entering Leo, which runs from June 13th to July 9th. This is one of those transits that just feels good, bringing warmth, lots of confidence, and a real desire to enjoy life more fully. In this video, we're going to explore what Venus represents in astrology, what Leo energy is all about, what happens when Venus moves through Leo, how this shift may actually feel for you, and also the bigger picture, how this energy connects to the outer planets and what's unfolding collectively. So let's get into it. Also, please scroll down for your sun, moon, and rising sign, and I suggest also look at your Venus sign. My Venus is in Scorpio, so for me it makes sense to also look at this aspect too. Now let's talk about Venus. Venus is one of the most important planets in astrology when it comes to everyday life, because it governs love, relationships, money, beauty, pleasure, and enjoyment. This is the part of you that really asks, what do I enjoy, what do I value, and what actually feels good to me? It shows us how we connect, not just with other people, but also with ourselves and even with the material world around us. Venus is also linked to things like attraction, magnetism, charm, and social harmony. So it plays a huge role in how we draw things toward us and how we relate in a more natural, easeful way. So whenever Venus changes signs, the energy shifts, and we start to experience love, money, beauty, and connection in a completely new way. Now, let's talk about Leo. Leo is a fire sign ruled by the sun, so this energy is all about confidence, self-expression, creativity, boldness, and visibility. Leo wants to be seen, to be appreciated, to shine, and to express itself authentically. And one of my favorite ways to think about this energy, especially with Venus involved, is like lion cubs playing. There's something so pure, joyful, and natural about the way they interact. It's playful, affectionate, a little dramatic, but completely genuine. That's Leo energy at its best. It's warm, generous, heart-led, and inspiring. But of course, like all signs, it has a shadow side. When that natural confidence becomes dependent on external validation, it can show up as attention-seeking, dramatic, or even competitive energy. So ultimately, Leo teaches us something really important: how to embody true, authentic confidence from within, rather than relying on others to constantly reflect it back to us. So what happens when Venus moves into Leo? This is where things get fun. The core theme here is really, love me, see me, celebrate me. Venus in Leo is naturally charismatic, magnetic, playful, romantic, and expressive, so you'll likely notice more flirting, more confidence in social situations, and a stronger desire to connect, go out, and actually enjoy life. There's this beautiful open-hearted energy where we don't just want to receive love, we also want to give it, to uplift others, and to celebrate both ourselves and the people around us. Now, Venus is not exalted in Leo, it's actually exalted in Pisces and rules Taurus and Libra, so Leo brings a very different flavor. Because Leo is ruled by the sun, this shifts Venus into a much more visible, bold, and expressive mode. So instead of soft, subtle, diplomatic love, we get something much more vibrant. Bold love, expressive love, and love that wants to be seen and experienced out loud. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger astrological picture, because Venus in Leo isn't just a feel-good transit, it's part of something much larger unfolding. As Venus moves through Leo, it activates the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, which means this energy is tapping into deeper collective shifts around identity, creativity, relationships, and even culture itself. So while on the surface this feels fun, social, and expressive, underneath it, there's actually a powerful current of change moving through how we relate, how we express ourselves, and how we show up in the world. With Uranus, there's a strong push toward freedom and authenticity. I feel like many people are going to want to break out of old roles, express themselves more boldly, and stop trying to fit into spaces that don't feel aligned anymore. Neptune adds a layer of inspiration and imagination, so this can be an incredibly creative and romantic time, but also one where we need to stay grounded and not get completely swept up in fantasy or illusion. And then with Pluto, things get deeper. This can bring intensity into relationships, highlighting power dynamics and showing us very clearly where things are balanced. and where they're not. Hi Aries. Venus in Leo is activating your 5th house, and I have to say, I really love this for you. This is the part of your chart connected to joy, creativity, self-expression, romance, and your inner child. So I feel like this transit is gently, but very powerfully, pulling you back toward the things that actually make life feel meaningful. You may notice yourself wanting to have more fun, go out more, create more, express yourself more freely. Almost like you're remembering what it feels like to enjoy being you without overthinking it. I think this is a beautiful time for reconnecting with hobbies, passions, even flirting with life a little again. And with the outer planet influences, there's something deeper happening here too. You might feel inspired to step into a more authentic version of yourself, maybe even breaking out of old roles or expectations that no longer fit. There's this sense of rediscovering your confidence in a very natural way. So lean into it. Follow what feels fun, what feels alive, because I really feel like that's where your magic is opening up during this transit. Hi Taurus. Venus in Leo activates your 4th house, so I feel like this is really about home, family, and emotional security. You might find yourself wanting to create a more beautiful, warm, and nurturing space, whether that's physically in your home or emotionally within yourself. I think this is a lovely time for reconnecting with family, hosting, or simply enjoying your private world more. With the outer planets, there may also be subtle emotional shifts happening, releasing old patterns and stepping into a deeper sense of inner peace and self-acceptance. Hi Gemini. Venus in Leo activates your 3rd house, and I feel like this brings a really fun, social, and communicative energy into your life. Conversations flow easier, connections feel lighter, and you may even find your voice becoming more confident and expressive. This is great for writing, speaking, networking, or even social media. With the outer planets, I think you could be discovering new ideas or perspectives that really excite you, almost like your mind is opening up in a fresh and inspiring way. Hi Cancer. Venus in Leo activates your 2nd house, so this is all about money, self-worth, and what you value. I feel like this can be a really empowering time for recognizing your worth, and maybe even attracting more financial opportunities through your confidence and presence. You may want to invest more in yourself, your appearance, your comfort, your lifestyle. With the outer planets, there could be deeper shifts around how you define value, not just financially, but personally as well. Hi Leo. Venus in Leo is activating your 1st house, and honestly, this is your moment to shine. I feel like you're naturally more magnetic, more confident, and more visible during this time. People are drawn to you, and you may receive a lot of positive attention and affirmation. This is beautiful energy for self-expression, reinvention, or even updating your personal style. With the outer planets, I think this is also part of a bigger identity shift, stepping more fully into who you truly are. Hi Virgo. Venus in Leo activates your 12th house, and I feel like this is a softer, more introspective energy for you. This is about rest, healing, and reconnecting with your inner world. You might enjoy spending more time alone, reflecting, or engaging in creative or spiritual practices. With the outer planets, deeper subconscious patterns may gently surface, but I really feel like this is a healing process, helping you release and lighten what you've been carrying. With the South Node in your sign, it hasn't been that easy for you. So use this transit to really heal, lots of luxury hot baths, that kind of thing. Hi Libra. Venus in Leo activates your 11th house, so this is all about friendships, community, and your goals for the future. I feel like your social life could really light up now, meeting new people, reconnecting with friends, and feeling supported by your network. This is also a great time to dream bigger and align with people who inspire you. With the outer planets, I think you're stepping into new social spaces that feel more authentic and aligned with who you're becoming. Hi Scorpio. Venus in Leo activates your 10th house, so this is highlighting your career, public image, and reputation. I feel like this can bring recognition, visibility, and positive attention in your professional life. You're coming across as more charismatic and confident, which can open doors for you. With the outer planets, there may also be deeper shifts in your direction, almost like you're redefining success on your own terms. Hi Sagittarius. Venus in Leo activates your 9th house, And I feel like this brings a sense of adventure, expansion, and excitement back into your life. You may feel drawn to travel, learn something new, or explore different perspectives. This is a really uplifting, inspiring energy. With the outer planets, I think this could open your mind in powerful ways, helping you see new possibilities and reconnect with your sense of purpose. Hi Capricorn. Venus in Leo activates your 8th house, so this is about deep connections, intimacy, and shared resources. I feel like relationships may become more emotionally intense, but also more meaningful and transformative. You may gain clarity around what you're giving and receiving. With the outer planets, deeper psychological shifts are happening, helping you release old patterns and step into more empowered, balanced connections. Hi Aquarius. Venus in Leo activates your 7th house, and I feel like this really highlights your relationships and partnerships. This is a beautiful time for connection, whether that's romance, friendships, or business partnerships. There's more warmth, attraction, and harmony flowing between you and others. With the outer planets, though, I think there's also a deeper recalibration happening, helping you see which relationships are truly aligned and reciprocal. Hi Pisces. Venus in Leo activates your 6th house, so this is all about your daily routine, work, and well-being. I feel like life becomes a bit more enjoyable in the day-to-day. You may find more pleasure in your work or want to improve your routines in a way that feels good. This is also great for self-care and wellness. With the outer planets, I think there's an opportunity to shift habits and create a lifestyle that really supports you long-term.